2018 Winter Olympics, with unexpected show of unity, Pyeongchang Games begin. 2018 Winter Olympics, with unexpected show of unity, Pyeongchang Games begin. In an extraordinary show of unexpected unity, North and South Korea sat side by side on Friday night, Saturday morning NZ time, under exploding fireworks that represented peace, not destruction, as the 2018 Winter Olympics opened on a Korean peninsula riven by generations of anger and suspicion. The sister of North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, shook hands with South Korean President Moon Jae-in while they watched an elaborate show of light, sound and human performance. Its aim, to tell the epic story of Korea, not North, not South, but the entire land. After years of frustration, billions of dollars and a nagging national debate about their worth, the opening ceremonies took place before a world watching the moment not only for its athletic significance and global spectacle, but for clues about what the political future of the peninsula could hold. A delegation from North Korea, dressed in identical garb, watched from an upper deck of the stadium. The political intruded on the games at several turns as South Korea put on a show for the world that's meant to display a newfound desire to cooperate with rival North Korea along with Seoul's stunning rise from poverty and war to Asian powerhouse. A huge crowd gathered in the freezing Olympics stadium in this isolated, mountainous corner of South Korea, as performances displayed the sweep of Korean history and culture. Members of a delegation from North Korea, part of an extraordinary Olympics partnership between the two Korean rivals, watched from high in the stadium a performance called the Land of Peace and as past South Korean athletes paraded a large southern flag. After a chaotic year of nuclear war threats and nuclear and missile tests from the north, it was a striking visual moment. There was a palpable excitement in this isolated, rugged mountain town, as one of the poorest, coldest and most disgruntled parts of an otherwise prosperous South Korea kicked off 2 weeks of winter sports, Olympic spectacle and, just maybe, a bit of inter-Korean reconciliation. The North has sent nearly 500 people to the Pyeongchang Games including officials, athletes, artists and cheerleaders after the Koreas agreed to a series of conciliatory gestures to mark the Games. More than 2,900 athletes from 92 countries will compete here, making it the biggest Winter Olympics to date. Everybody make some noise. 2 pre-ceremony MCs shouted in English and a Korean as spectators streamed into the Olympic Stadium before the ceremony. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un's sister, making an unprecedented visit to South Korean soil, will now likely attend the same opening ceremony as US Vice President Mike Pence, who's vowing toughest ever sanctions on the North. Could they meet? That and other theories have engulfed South Korean media. And so, with a little help from a liberal South Korean president eager to engage the North Korean capital Pyongyang, the 2018 Pyeongchang Games open. They do so with as much focus on the North, which has 0 real medal contenders, as the South, which in the 3 decades since its last Olympics has built a solid winter program as it went from economic backwater and military dictatorship to Asia's 4th biggest economy and a bulwark of liberal democracy. Could Pyeongchang's initial pitch, that it could contribute to peace on the Korean peninsula, actually become reality? The opening ceremony will offer at least some hints about that, and maybe more. What's certain is that these games, more so than any in recent memory, are about far more than sports. For Australia it was a late entry to the arena. Marching in order of the Korean alphabet, the Australians were forced to wait in the wings before snowboarding gold medal hope Scotty James led the team out. There was no dancing, as has been his wont in recent social media posts, but he waved the flag with vigour in front of another 26 Australian athletes. The march of athletes from the world's many nations then continued as the likes of winter giants Austria and China came out and girded themselves in the frigid Korean night.